Namaskaraha. Welcome to the Tadvidya Sambhasha Parishad series of Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana. Today we are going to deal with the Trishoti Adhyaya, that is the 18th chapter of Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana, wherein we were discussing in the previous class about the types of Nija and Agantuja Shotha. We have discussed about the Nidana Vishesha of Agantuja Shotha. Now we are discussing the Nidana Vishesha, including the Nidana as well as the Lakshana of the Nija Shotas. Among them we have discussed about the Vataja, Pittaja and Sleshmaja Nidana and Lakshanas. Among that, we have some specific lakshanas with respect to the signs of the Shotha. Earlier, we have seen the symptoms which are experienced by the patient. Now, if you consider the signs, because Vata Shotha is something which is identified with the sign that there is a swelling, there is inflammation is said there. Therefore, it is told, see, in the 8th shloka, you can see, Prakriti Sthabihi ताभिर विद्यमानो द्विविधः त्रिविधः चतुर्विधः सप्तविधो अष्टविधश्च शोत उपलभ्यते पुनश्च एक एव उच्छेद सामान्यात्. That is, you can see that it can be classified into different types, either as Vataja, Pittaja, Sleshmaja, 3 types, or we can classify it as 7 types, including the Dvidoshaja, that is the Samsarga kind of Shothas, including Vata Pitta, Pitta Kapha, Kapha Vata, and also Sannipada Shotha, wherein there are 7 all the features of the doshas are found. So there are the Saptavidha it can be. There can be one Ashtavidha, that is wherein you can see that there is Utseda Samanayat. Anything you see, any kind of Shotha, now you can see that the common factor is there is Utseda. Utseda means there is inflammation, elevation from the normal, the texture or normal contour is lost. So this is seen specifically. So Utseda Samanyat is one of the common factor in any kind of Shotha. Whether it is Sleshmaja Shotha, Vata Shotha or Pitta Shotha, Utseda will be very, very common. So we will see in this Utseda or the other features related to that, how it will be different, as compared to the Vata, Pitta and Kapha. If you are doing a comparison, then how will be Vata Shotha, how will be Pitta Shotha, and how will be Sleshmaja Shotha. That will be explained in the subsequent shlokas from 9th to 15th shloka. So, Shuyante Yasya Gatrani Swapantiva Rujanticha Pidayati Unnamati Ashu Vatashotam Tamadishet. So here you can see that when there is Pida, that is when Piditani, that is if you are going to press or palpate over the Shotha, you can see that it will there will be a depression, but once again there will be elevation. That is Piditani Unnamayati Ashu Vatashotam Tamadishet. That is, there will be a little pitting, but it will once again regain its same, the Utseda or the inflammation will be regained, or the position will be in situ. That will be seen specifically. So Pideti Unnamati Ashu. Then Shunyate Segatrani Supantiva Rujanticha. That is, there can be swapa or there can be ruja, that is pain, etc. will be there in that particular region. And also you can specifically see that this Pidayanti Unnamati Ashu. Unnamana means there will be raising, right? Raising from a position is called as Unnamana. So it will, when you press that particular Shotha in that region wherever it is affected, once again it will regain its position. Vata Shotam Tamadishet. So this is one of the specific feature of Vataja Shotha. Then Yascha api Aruna Varnabhaha Shotho Naktam Pranashyati Sneha Ushnam Mardanabhyam Cha Pranashyet Sacha Vatikaha. So some other features have been listed here, wherein they are telling that Shotho Naktam Pranashyati, that is, in the Ratri, the Shotha is going to reduce. So they are saying Yascha api Aruna Varnabham, that is, it can be reddish in color, but Shotho Naktam Pranashyati. Naktam means in the Ratri it is going to get relieved. So that kind of Shota is considered to be Vataja Shota. That is, in the daytime it will be more predominant, and at night it may reduce. Sneha Ushna Mardhanabhyam cha pranashyet sacha Vatikaha. Sneha Ushna Mardhanabhyam. You can see that many times Shota, which is because of the some injury or because of some soft injury sometimes, or internal injury, etc., then you can see that the Vataja, the Ruja also will be more, and the swelling might have happened. But with the help of Sneha Ushna Mardhanabhyam, that is a little bit of Sneha Dravya, application of Sneha Dravya, or Ushna, Ushna Sparsha, like just hot water fermentation, or some Pindasveda, or any kind of Mardana, that is the massage over that particular region, that will reduce the Shota. That can be seen. Specifically in Vata Shota, this is seen. So you can see many a times, that is, if you have some swelling somewhere, then you just give a hot fermentation or something, it will reduce if it is Vatika. Then if it is Pittaja Shotha, what are the features? Yaha Pipasa Jvarartasya Duyate Atha Vidahyate Svidyati Klidyate Gandhi Sa Paitaha Shvayetuhu Smritaha. Yaha Pita Netrat Vaktrattvak Purvam Madhyat Prashuyate Tanutvak Cha Atisari Cha Pittashotah Sa Uchyate. So in Pittashotha you can see that this Purva Madhyat Prashuyate, it is told. That is, usually it is seen in the early, that is in the initial phases at least, you can see that it will start in the Madhya Sharira. That is, in the trunk region it will be more predominant. That will be seen. Then you can see that Yaha Pipasa Jvarartasya Duyate Atha Vidahyate. The person will have these features like Pipasa, Jvara, that is thirst, Jvara, fever may be usually seen. Duyate Atha Vidahyate. That is, Pittaja features can be seen, Vidaha, etc. Svidyata Klidyata Gandhi Sa Paitaha Shvayetuhu Smritaha. The swelling which is produced due to Pittaja, Pitta dosha, you can see that the Kledana is also more. It is Gandhi, that is, the Gandha is short, because Visra, Gandha or Visratva is one of the features of Pitta. So therefore here you can see that this Gandha Guna is associated with that. Yaha Pita Netra Vaktratvak. That is, here you can specifically see that the Pittaja features are also seen in the Shota. That is, and overall in the Sharira also you can see these features. There is Pitatva of the Netra, Vaktra also. There is the oral cavity, there will be yellowish discoloration. Skin, of course. Purva Madhyat Prashuyate. That is, in the Madhya Sharira there will be probably it will get initialized, or the initial stages it will be more in the Madhya Sharira. Tanutvakcha Atisaricha. That is, the swelling which is happening. There you can see that the outer skin will be Tanu. Tanu means very thin. It will not be very thick as such. It will be very thin. Cha Atisari. That is, it can also produce many symptoms with respect to increased Pitta, because Saraguna is associated. So Atisara also can happen. So in Pitta Shota, this can be seen. Then coming to the Kafaja Shotha, that is the features of Shotha, wherein Kapha is more predominant. Shitaha Sakta Gatiriyastu Kanduman Pandurevacha Nipidito Na Udnamati Shvayetuhu Sa Kapha. Here you can see that the Shitaha Sakta Gatiriyastu. Shitaha, that is, Shitatva can be seen, Shita Sparsha can be seen, can be observed, or when you palpate the swelling, you can see that it is Shita Sakta Gatiriyastu. That is the Gati, that is, it will not be moving, or it will be very hard to move. Kandu Man, there can be Kandu, or there can be itching in that particular region. Pandurevacha, there is palar discoloration will be seen in that particular region. Nipidito no namati. That is, if you are going to press that particular part, then it will take a long period of time to come back to its position. There is pitting kind of edema can be seen. That pitting can be specifically seen here in case of this Kafaja Shvayetu. Now Unmate Shvayetu Sa Kafatmakaha. So such kind of Shvayetu is considered as Shleshmaja श्लेष्मज शोथ यस्य शस्त्रकुशचिह्नाच्छोणितं न प्रवर्तते कृच्छ्रेण पिच्छा स्रवति स चापि कफसम्भवः. Once again they are telling that yasya chinnat shonitam na pravartate. That is, with the help of shastra or any kind of kusha adi, that is any kind of shastra or any kind of hard substance or through which you can prick. If with that also, if you are going to do the bhedana etc., it will not, the shonita will not come out. Shonita na pravartate. Krichrena picha sravati, that is the picha or the exudation from that particular inflammation will be very very slow. Okay, krichrena, a lot of difficulty, probably the flow will happen. Sravati chapi kapha sambhavaha. Nidana akriti samsargat shvetuhu syat vidoshajah sarvakritehi sannipatat shotho vyamishra hetujaha. So here you can see that krichrena picha sravati, that is in kafaja shota, the picha here refers to the exudate or the fluid which is collected in the shota. See, for example, any kind of shota, we see that utseda is the samanya lakshana. So there should be some content in the shota. That is, when the inflammation is there, the content should be there. So in vataka shota, you can see that the content may be less in its quantity as such. And if in pittaja shota, you can see the content is more related to the dravata, and the ushna guna is also increased, the saraguna also will be increased. So therefore you can see that there is more dravata, and it is the gandha guna, because of the putrefaction can happen very fast. In the case of pittaja, the content is more, whereas in kapha you can see that the content is more, but it will be very hard, or it will be not, because of the sandra guna etc. You can see that content is more contained in the inflammation only. It does not flow out, because the the encapsulation also may be a little hard, or it may be also seen that the content of the inflammation or the inflamed part will also have the gunas similar to kapha. So the next subsequent shloka says that nidana akriti samsarga shvetuhu syad vidoshajah. That is the dvidoshaja type of shotha, that is wherein the vataja and pittaja, both the features are seen. Then you can see that the akriti and akriti, that is the lakshanas, will be having the mixed features. Sarvakritihi sannipatat shotho vyamishra hetujah. If it is of sannipataja type of shotha, wherein all the three doshas are taken into consideration, then that is the seventh type of shotha what we have considered. There will be vyamishra hetujah, that is mishri bhava, that is all the features or many of the features of vata pitta or shleshma may be seen. But in sannipataja also you can see that it may not be very much equal. One dosha may have predominance and the other dosha may not have, but there will be mixed features seen of all the doshas. Therefore it will be difficult in that case to identify specifically, but anyway according to the akriti and the varna etc., we can identify that. Okay, identify the predominance of the dosha and then treat. Then in general you can see that whenever shota is considered, the utseda samanya is considered as one of the important points. So in that the sarvadehika shota, if you consider, then yastu pada abhinivrittah shotah sarvango bhavet jantoho sacha sakashtah syat prasutah stri mukhacha yah यश्चापि गुह्य प्रभवः स्त्रिया वा पुरुषस्य वा स च कष्टतमो ज्ञेयो यस्य स स्युः उपद्रवाः. So here you can see that the sadhya sadhyata has been discussed, because in any kind of shota, after the lakshanas have been discussed, the sadhya sadhyata will be discussed, because in hetu, lakshana and then sadhya sadhyata, based on this only the treatment aspects can be discussed later. Otherwise without knowing the sadhya sadhyata, it will be very difficult to understand the importance of that disease, and also the what kind of samprapti it is leading to, and also it will be helpful. The sadhya sadhyata will be helpful to decide what should be taken for treatment and what should not be taken for treatment. Okay, so in Apurusha, that is why they say yastu padabi nivrittah shotah sarvangago bhavet janto sa kashtah syat prasutah stri mukhachayah. So here you can see that it is kashta sadhya for the shotha which has developed in the purusha, wherein the padabi nivrittah, from the pada, that is from the downward or the lower limbs, it has started, and then it has spread to all the parts of the body. If it has started from the lower limbs and then have spread to all over the body, then padavi nivrittah shotah sarvango bhavet janto sa kashtah syat prasutah stri mukhachayah. Or in a stri, in case of purusha, they are telling that from the lower limbs up to the sharira, whole of the sharira, if the shota is spreading, then it is kashtatama. In stri, if it is starting from the mukha and then spreading towards the lower end of the body, then it is considered to be kashtasadhya. Yaschapi guhe prabhavaha, it may be purusha or stri. Yaschapi guhe prabhava striya va purushasya va, it can be a stri or may be purusha. If it is in guhya prabhava means in the guhya sthana, that means in the genital regions, there it can be kashtatama once again. Then they are telling sa kashtatamo gniyo yasya sihu upadravaha. Then if there are some upadravas related to the shota, for example in vataja or pittaja atisara etc., we saw that cha atisari cha, that is along with the pitta shota, if you have the jwara, pipasa or atisara etc., these features if they are seen specifically and as a upadrava, as a complication, then those cases will be kashtatama or kashtasadhya. It will be difficult to treat them. So the kashtatva is mainly told, it is not told that it is pratyake or it cannot be, it is asadhya. In the 18th shloka, they are telling the Chardihi Shwasa or Ruchis Trishna Jvaratisara Evacha Saptakoyam Sadaurbaliha Shofa Upadrava Sangraha. So in the Shofa, they are telling that there are certain Upadravas. What are those Upadravas? Upadrava Sangraha has been told. That is, Sangraha means the collection of or the listing or the enumeration of the Upadravas or the complications which can happen with respect to Shofa. They have been listed here. So Chardihi, what is that? There is emesis can be seen, then hyperemesis, shwasa, difficulty in breathing, aruchihi, that is difficulty or not having any kind of taste, trishna, that is the person will be having a lot of thirst, jvaro atisara evacha, that is jvara, fever can be seen, or atisara also can be seen, especially with respect to pittaja atisara, saptakoyam sadorbalyaha, that is including dorbalya or durbalata, that is weakness. You can see that there are 7 important complications of shofa. Here you can see that shofa, shvayatu and shotha have been used synonymously. That is, shofa is wherein there is a swelling, utsedatva is seen. Then shotha is the shotha which we are considering with the considering the samprapti of the shofa happening in a definite way, that is when the doshas have aggravated and they have come under the mamsa and the twak. So that particular samprapti which has taken place, that we are considering as shotha. And shvayatu also is considered, that is many times shvayatu will be considered when it is limited to one particular part, then it is called as shvayatu, or system is involved and we can identify that particular shota with that system, then it is called as shvayatu also. So we now can differentiate this shofa and shvayatu specifically here with the help of the enumeration or classification made based on the ekadosha, that is ekadeshiya shota, that is one particular dosha may be involved, or there may be involvement of different doshas, but the region will be defined. This region specific inflammations can be seen. So all those things have been discussed. There are around 19 types of Shvayathu or the Shotha, or if you can consider the Lakshana as such, the Utsedatva here, Utsedatva, the Shofa, 19 types of Ekadeshiya Shota has been enumerated. So from the 19th shloka up to the 37th shloka, you can see that there are enumerations of 36 shloka. You can see the enumeration of different kinds of Shotha. So the first one, wherein initially they have included the shothas which are more kafaja in nature. Then they have come to the they have enumerated the shotha which are involved, which have having the involvement of pitta and also rakta. Then only pitta shothas have been explained. Then they have explained all the vataja shotha. Then they have come to the tridoshaja shotha. So here you can see that initially the Kafaja Shotas have been described, because probably the Kafaja Shotas are known easily, or it will remain for a longer period of time. That is there. That's, see, it was a Saktagati Yastu. Saktagati means it will be there for a longer period of time, and also it will be very clear to see that these features of Shvayathu are seen or visible. Visibility is more. Therefore, Kavacha Shotas are explained first. Then you have the Pitta and Rakta, and then Vataja Shotas have been explained. Then you have the Tridosha Shota explained. So there are 19 types of Ekadeshiya Shota which are explained here. So we'll just quickly go through all these 19 types of Ekadeshiya Shota. Yasya Shleshma Prakupito Jihva Mule Avatishtate Asho Sanjanayati Shotam Jayate Asya Upajihvika. Upajihvika is one of the name. Here you can see that the nama of the disease is defined. That is, nama is defined, the sthana is defined, that is where it is happening. So based on the sthana itself, the name also may be, the nomenclature might have been developed. That is one thing. So third thing is the dosha vishesha in that. That is, what dosha is predominant in that. That also has been told. So you can here say that dosha vishesha, adhisthana, and the nama vishesha. All three things are explained in this particular Ekadeshiya Shotha. These three are important here. So if you consider the nama, it is called as Upajihvika, the first one, wherein the dosha vishesha is kapha and adhisthana is jihva mula. Right? So because of the prakopa of the sleshma at the jihva mula, there is Upajihvika. Okay? So, and this Ashu Sanjayaneti Shotam, that is immediately, or in a very sudden onset, you can see that the Shota happens here. Though it is a Sleshma Shota, the onset is sudden. Yasya Sleshma Prakupitaha Kakale Vyavatishtate Ashu Sanjanayeti Shotam Karoti Galashundikam. Then in the next part, if you can see that Galashundika, that is in the Talumula or Kakala Pradesha is the Talumula, that is just in the lower palate. If the Shota is happening, then that is called as Galashundikam. So therefore in the Gala it is happening, in Gala Pradesha, therefore it is called as Galashundika. So Dosha Vishesha is Kapha, Adhisthana is Kakala, and the Nama Vishesha is Galashundika. Yasya Sleshma Prakupito Gala Bahye Avatishtate Shanaihi Sanjanayet Shofam Galagando Yasya Jayate. So here see, there is a difference. In Galashundika it is inside, or it is an internal Shotha, and here you can Bahya, Galabahya Avatishtate, that is the Bahya, that is externally also you can feel that there is a swelling. So this Galaganda has been specifically explained here. Yasya Sleshma Prakupito Galabahya Avatishtate Shanaihi Sanjayate Shofam. Here you can see that earlier it was Ashu Sanjanayate Shofam. Here it is the Vikara Prakriti, we can see. Say Dosha Vishesha we have seen, Vikara Prakriti is also seen. That is Shanaihi Sanjanayate Shofam. Shanaihi, that is, it is very, very slow. The Shofa is developing in a very Mandagati. So Galagando Asya Jayate Yasya Sleshma Prakupita तिष्ठयन्ति गले स्थिरः आशु संजने शोफम jayate asya galagraha. Then you have the galagraha, which is also once again the antaha shotha, which is seen inside the gala pradesha, but once again it is ashu. So therefore you can see that in gala shundika it is inside, that is just below the talumula. In the kakala pradesha galaganda it is outside, and the vikara prakriti is shanaihi, that is slow onset is seen, or gradual onset of the disease may be seen, whereas in galagraha it is once again ashu sanjayaneti shofam, there is sudden onset, and galagraha is seen. Yasya pittam prakupitam saraktam tvachi sarpati. So you can see that these are these, see, upajihvika, galashundika, galaganda and galagraha. These four are considered to be the kafaja shota. Then you have the involvement of pitta and rakta, both in two cases, where it is called as yasya pittam prakupitam saraktam tvachi sarpati shofam saragam janayet visarpam tasya jayate. So visarpa, what we consider as one of the skin disease, that is also a shota, because there is inflammation over the skin. So therefore, because utseda samanayat if you consider, then once again it is a shota only. Therefore, you can say that yasya pittam prakupitam saraktam tvachi sarpati. Pitta along with the rakta is getting dushta here, and there is sarpana. Sarpana means there is spreading. Such kind of shofa is called as the visarpa, and it is saraga, that is reddish discoloration will be seen here. That is called as visarpa. Then you have the pidaka type of shofa, wherein once again it is also pitta rakta yukta. It is dosha vishesha is pitta and rakta. Dosha and dosha vishesha specifically. Yasya pittam prakupitam tvachi rakte avatishtate. Shotam saragam janayet pidaka tasya jayate. So here also the pitta prakopa is seen specifically here, and it is tvachi rakte avatishtate. Here the difference between the visarpa and pidaka is that rakta is more affected in case of pidaka, and pitta is affected more in case of the visarpa, and here the sarpana shilatva is seen in case of visarpa, whereas visarpana shilatva is not there. It is avatishtate, is going to set in, or it is going to lodge in a particular place. So adhishtanataha it is it is limited to a particular space. Therefore it is called as pidaka. Yasya prakupitam pittam shonitam prapya shushyati tilaka pipluvo vyangaha nilika tasya jayate. So you can see that only with the increase of pitta, rakta involvement is not there. Therefore you have four diseases or four conditions seen in the skin level itself: tilaka, piplava, vyanga, nilika. These are the skin diseases which are very very commonly seen. Yasya pittam prakupitam shankhayor avatishtate. Shweto shankako namaha darunasya tasya jayate. So shankaka is one of the disease wherein the pitta is mainly predominant. It is there in the shankaka, the shwayatu, which is in the shankha pradesha, that is in the temporal region, and then you can see that it is the shwayatu is very daruna. Daruna means very difficult to be treated, and it is very painful also. Pitupuktam shankyor avatishtate shwayatuhu. This shwayatu swelling there, shankako nama darunasya jayate. Then you have one more kind of pittaja shotha, which is called as karnamula shotha. Usually after the jwara, it is one of the complications of jwara, pitta jwara especially. Shvayatuhu shankako nama darunasya jayate yasya pittam prakupitam karnamula eva tishtate. Pitta prakopa has happened, and then it is lodging in the karnamula, that is mula of the karna, that is just behind the earlobe. So jwarante durjayo antaya, that is what they are telling, that jwarante, after the jwara has manifested as a complication, you can see that this shvayatu or karnamula shota can be seen. Durjayo antaya shotas tasyopajayate. So this is also durjaya. It is very difficult to be cured. Durjaya, jaya means winning over that disease. Durjaya, it is difficult to win over or to treat that particular condition. Then you have the enumeration of all the vataja types of shotha. Vatah plihana muddhuya kupito yasya tishtati shanaihi paritudan parshve pliha tasya abhivartate. So pliha vriddhi is also seen, because which is a vataja shota. So this is the antah shota, that is which is happening in the inside the sharira. And vatah pliha muddhuya kupito yasya tishtati, there is severe vata vriddhi, and there is pliha vriddhi also. There is inflammation of the pliha, in the pliha. यस्य बाह्य प्रकोपितो गुल्मस्थाने अवतिष्ठते शोफम सशूलम जनयन गुल्मस्तस्य उपजायते. So gulma also we see that it is kind of shotha only, that is there is a utsedatva there, so therefore gulma is also vataja type of shotha. We know that taihi karshanehi karshitasya, there is a person who is already karshita. In those persons, if the nidanas are towards the karshana or the apatarpana, then that person will have the tendency to have or suffer with gulma. So there also utsedatva is seen inside the sharira, especially in the antah koshta. So therefore you can see that the gulma also is happening because of the vata. Shofam sashulam janayin gulma tasyopajayate, they have told. Yasya vayo prakupitah shofashulakaraschanan vankshana vrishano yati vriddhistasyopajayate. So there is one more condition called the vriddhiroga. Vriddhiroga, wherein the vankshana pradesha or in the vrishana pradesha, is in the testicles or in the vankshana pelvic region, there can be shofa and shula. Shofa will be there, and also as it is vatika, you can see that the shula is also predominantly present. Then you have the another type of vatika shota, wherein it is the adhisthana is different, where yasya vatah prakupitas tvang mamsa antaramashritah, that is tvak mamsa antarashritah, between tvak and mamsa. If the vata prakopa has happened, shotam sanjanayit kuksha udaram tasya jayate. That is anywhere in the, not anywhere in the body, only in the kukshi. If it is in between the mamsa and the tvacha, this particular condition which we are telling as vataja shotha will be considered as udara, because kuksha udaram tasya jayate. In the udara pradesha, in the kukshi pradesha, in between the mamsa and tvacha, if there is the predominance of vata, then that is called as udara. Yasya vatah prakupitah kukshimashritya tishtati nadho vrajati natyurdham anahastasya jayate. Anaha is also kind of vataja shotha itself. You may feel that anaha is something which is temporary condition, of course, but there also there is utsedatva. Therefore utseda samanyat is considered here. So yasya vatah prakupitah kukshi mashritya tishtati nadho vrajati nadyurdham. So in anaha what happens, the vata which is avatishtata, which is lodged or which is caught in that particular place, the nati urdham nadho vrajati, it is not able to move downwards nor upwards. This is happening. Nati urdham anahastasya jayate. Therefore that is called as anaha, wherein there is no upward or downward movement of vata. Because of that there is anaha. This is usually seen as a complication of the vibandha, etc. Right? Then you can see specifically that rogascha utseda samanyat adhimamsa arbudatayah vishishtaha namarupabhyam nirdeshyaha shota sangrahe. So here you can see that many types of shota can be seen wherein there is utseda samanyat. So they are telling that is adhimamsa or arbudadayah. Adhimamsa, arbuda, different kinds of masses, etc. Everything will come under the context of shota itself, because there is utseda samanya. Any kind of mass, swelling will come under this category only. Vishishtha nama rupabhyam. There will be Vishishta nama and rupa because of the nidesha shota sangraha. In the shota sangraha or in the enumeration of the different kinds of shota, you can see that Vishishta nama rupaha, that is Vishesha nama and Vishesha rupa will be seen according to the sthana and the nature or the dosha vishesha, vikara prakriti and the dosha vishesha here. Vata pitta kapha yasya yugapat kupitastrayah. So here we can see that the utsed till now we have seen all the kinds of kaphaja, pittaja and vataja types of shota, wherein one dosha is more predominant. Now you can see that all the three doshas are predominant. Such shotas also can be seen. Vata pitta kapha yasya yugapat kupitastrayah jiha mule avatishtante vidahantaha samuchritaha. That is, samuchritaha means excessively increased vata pitta and sleshma. That is, the dosha dushti has happened excessively, and if it is in the jihva mula. Earlier we have told in the jihva mula, if kapha is more predominant, then it will cause the upajihvika type. But here you can see that all the three doshas are involved here. Janayanti brisham shotam vedanascha pratagvidaha. There different types of Vedana. That is, Vedana here doesn't refer to only Ruja or pain. Vedana refers to any kind of discomfort caused because of Vata, Pitta or Sleshma, or even the Dushti of any other Dhatus. All those things have to be considered as Vedana here. So here Vedana Vishesha will be based on the dosha involved, and also the nature in which the adhisthana is also involved, the Vikara Prakriti. So Janayanti Brisham Shotam Vedanascha Pratak Vidaha Tam Shikrakarinam Rogam Rohiniti Vinardishet. So in the Jihva Mula, the adhisthana is fixed, it is in the Jihva Mula itself, but the dosha Vishesha is Tridosha, and Vikara Prakriti is Shikrakarini, it is very very swift, or it is very fast. And you can see that Janayanti Brisham, that is immediately there is increase in the Shotha along with the different kinds of Vedana, Pratak Vidaha, they have told. All the features of Vata, Pitta and Sleshmaja Shotha can be seen here. Then you can see that Triratram, what is the complication, what is the implication of this particular kind of Tridosha Shotha? That implication is Triratram Paramam Tasya Jantor Bhavati Jivitam Kushalena Tu Anukrantah Kshipram Sampadhyate Sukhi. The Triratram Paramam Tasya, maximum for 3 Ratra or 3 days, that person can live without, that is, his jiva will be intact. Paramam Tasya Jantor Bhavati Jivitam. Maximum for a period of 3 days he can live. Kushalena tu anukrantaha kshipram sampadhyate sukhi. So early identification of this kind of disease is very very important by a Kushala Vaidya. That is a person who is expert in identifying the disease. He should be very very intelligent enough to identify the features of any kind of Shota. It may be Ekadesha Shota, or it may be Dvidoshaja or Tridosha Shota. Especially these Shotas which have been explained, these 19 types, which are specifically related to a particular adhisthana. That is very important, because you will know the dosha vishesha, the Vikara Prakriti, and also how based on that what is the nama or the name given to that particular disease based on the adhisthana or based on the Prakriti, etc. So these features give us a comprehensive idea about identifying, diagnosing and also treating any kind of diseases along with the Sadhya Sadhyata. In the next class we will be discussing about the how these shotas can be understood, that is comprehended, because we know that innumerable number of shotas can happen. Any kind of mass can be considered, or any kind of elevation on the body can be considered as the shota. That is what they are saying, because it is Utseda Samanya. But Vikara Prakriti, Adhisthana and the Dosha Vishesha also has to be understood properly, and we will see that how the different doshas will play an important role in identifying the different kinds of presentations of the disease in the Sharira in the next class. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Dhanyavada.